Good evening, everyone. My name is Jody. My husband David John and I have a small farm here in North Idaho, and these are our adventures. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and on with today's kind of different adventure. But I told you on the last video that I'm getting myself for Christmas a new kitchen sink. Yes, I am, but for a temporary fix right now, so we can use both sides of the sink and everything works good. David John picked up the new strainer part, so I'm going to be installing that. I'm going to show you how to do it. From reading the instructions, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. The hardest part is going to be getting the one sink that leaks, and I'll show you why it's leaking here in a minute, getting that taken off. So gonna alternate between the Canon and the GoPro, because I'll have the GoPro under the sink so you can see putting it together. So let's get, and if you read the you take it apart. I thought this was just garbage. No, this is a fiber washer that you have to keep. So if you're ever replacing one of these, keep the fiber washer. So let's get the GoPro set up and get this guy torn apart. Okay, so as you see here, this is the one that leaks. This is that rubber gasket. It finally just pushed out. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to just set the GoPro like that, and hopefully you guys can see. So actually I can, because I already kind of loosened this one, so you'll take that off. This nut here just threads onto the bottom of the strainer, and then you've got this big nut and big pair of channel pliers. Put you guys there, maybe you can see. Sorry guys, having a little problem. Okay, so figured an easier way around it. I took my one vice grip or channel lock and grabbed onto that part, and then I was able to get this ring loosened. Let's get it off, get that area scrubbed up, and put the new one in. Okay, so got the lock nut off. Pull that ooey guy out. Gotta scrub this out and get it I think my SOS pad is giving up the ghost. Okay. Other than it's stained, that feels nice and clean, smooth. So the next step is take my nut all the way off, is to apply plumber's putty. It says evenly around the top hole of the sink. And it might be a little on the heavy side, but I can remove that afterwards. So get that. See how it's there? I'll have to, after it's all done, take a razor knife and trim that off. But let's go back down below. There, kind of got you guys on an angle where you can see. So the first thing to go on is going to be your black rubber washer, and then your fiber washer, and then your lock nut. Whoa. So I'm just gently rocking it to set it down in the plumber's putty, and then tightening the ring as I go, or the lock nut. It's not a lock nut, but it's the nut that locks it in place. Okay. Looks good. And it does come with this little spacer thing that goes right there. I don't know if it's necessarily needed. Okay, so the next step would be to Next step will be to remove the excess plumber's putty. Put the drain stop in, put some water in, and see if we leak. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to move on to number 2, the ugly one over there. I let it sit here for about 10 minutes, came and checked it, and it was leaking like a sieve. Forgot to turn the cameras on. So what I did to fix it was drain the water out, redid everything, added some more plumber's putty, waited another 10 minutes. It's not leaking, thank God. So now I'm gonna do the other one. And now that I know I need to have a little more plumber's putty than I had, this one should be a quick fix. Let's see if we can get light on the situation. There we go. Okay. Where's the other pliers? I'm sitting on it. Ugh. Loose. So like I said, that gasket doesn't do me any good, not around the thing. This one was a lot easier to do since I figured it out off the other one. So just like the other one, scrubbed it out, dried it. Gonna add my plumber's putty. Definitely gonna go a lot thicker on it. Maybe not that thick. Okay, this was the stuff that was damp from over there, and it's just not wanting to stick. So, not gonna use it because I'll let it back into the tub for when we get the new sink. We'll need it. And it should be dried out enough by then to... Whoa. And yes, I did need this piece. It goes into the inside of the where the water drains out. Okay, kind of have that seated, so now I'm gonna go down below and get the rest of it put on. And I'm just making sure I got plumber's putty oozing everywhere. Which I do. Probably way more than necessary, but since I want a functioning sink with no leaks, come on. So there, proof that it's holding water. Bleach the sinks. Got most of it out. Well, they may not be back to perfectly white, but definitely a lot cleaner looking than they were. Temporary fix, like I said, until we get the stainless steel one. I just have to remember to buy my Christmas presents before I buy other people's Christmas presents, and I'll get my sink sooner. But 'tis the season. Take care of others before you take care of yourself. So on that, I'm going to end today's video. I hope you have a good day and a good week. I hope you enjoyed watching me be a plumber. And yes, this was another first. Or no, I've done kind of a fix on this sink. I've never completely replaced the strainer, so still kind of a first. And like always, I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.